Hello! Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where you can watch me beat up Common while practicing game design. I'm kidding. I wouldn't lay a hand on this guy. Look at him.
Wouldn't want to ruin that perfect face.
Like, if I, like, got a tan, like, I might, like, I'm, like, pretty close. I actually tell you, did I tell you, like, I recently came up with a really good cosplay?
Cayman?
No. Me as Gohan, older Gohan. Because look up pictures of Gohan, like older Gohan. It's like he has like the spiked hair up and then he has glasses. Like if I just didn't have facial hair, I would pretty much be.
Okay,
Look him up. Look him up.
I'm looking up grown up Gohan.
Grownhan.
Grown.
That does not sound right.
Grownhan. You gotta find one with glasses.
Gotta find one with glasses. Okay. Here. You know, maybe you didn't wear glasses until Dragon Ball Super.
Here. I'll say
glasses.
Glasses. I'm glad we're doing this on the show.
We are. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Well, that's a pretty Nathan face. Ah!
Boom.
All right, Chris, put that on screen.
You make a note. You're gonna put it on. Okay, cool. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great.
It's a stretch. If he had a beard, maybe.
I know. You can't picture me with a beard, and I really don't want to shave it off. But
I want to see that sexy butt chin.
maybe it's cosplaying as Gohan in like 10 years when he just lets it all out. Although according to Dragon Ball Z Abridged, Saiyans can only grow mustaches.
That's right. Which I mean, like, I'm into that as an idea.
They actually
Didn't Vegeta have a mustache?
In Dragon Ball Super, they gave him a mustache at some point. Like, and so you look at him, you're like, he actually does have the mustache. Did they listen? Did they actually like watch Dragon Ball Bridge and they're like, you know what? We're gonna make this a thing.
I think that's so funny.
All right, here we go. Oh, it's that guy again. I hate that guy.
Is that the same guy?
It's the guy that we hate, like the yo dudes.
I mean, he's got the same demeanor, but he doesn't look the same.
Oh, maybe he's not. Yeah, you know, water.
But we've never seen that guy otherwise, so I don't know.
Is it not the same guy? Oh no, it's not, because the other guy looked like he was like. This is somebody else.
He had like a hood,
He was like
didn't
Tom Bombadil, right? This guy's.
You called him Tom Bombadil, yeah. That's right. This doesn't look like a Tom Bombadil. Looks more like a
Right, I think he's an actor and he's just a dick. I kind of like him more now.
Muscles don't feed themselves, you know. Body by earth and water.
It's like the Johnny Cage of this world. Like, get the fuck out of here, Johnny Cage.
Perfect.
You don't belong.
Perfect. All right.
Okay, so we have water and then earth and water.
So unfortunately, my jerky's not going to be super helpful here.
Well, you could just change
But
it if you
we are
lose.
fine. True, which is just a cheap thing, I guess. I don't know.
It is kind of a cheat.
They really should just show you what the dishes are and then allow you to change your ingredients.
Either that
really feel
or
like that's what
randomly select which judges are going to be present.
Right, so you
every
can't,
single round.
Every single round, so you can't just lose on purpose and then find out what.
Oh, it's going to be squid.
No, we're in a second world now.
I don't know which world that is.
It's the one with the air currents.
It's going to be
It's probably gonna be the giant ice creature.
Is he like a turtle? I don't quite remember.
Like mean armadillos, meanadillos,
Isadilla.
Armored dillos. I guess.
I'm pretty sure that actually is the name of some enemy in like Donkey Kong Country or something.
Armor Rock.
Armor Rock. Are you a rock? I'm a rock.
Are you a rock? I'm a rock.
I'm a rock.
Wait.
That's not.
Did you say I'm a rock or I'm a rock? I'm a rock.
I'm a rock.
Wait,
can you just say that again slower? I'm a rock. I still don't get it.
All right, we go here.
She could cheat. She could fly.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because none of those characters use their walk animations.
So do that, and then this, and then
Bam!
this, and then this.
Bam! So this is basically how Nathan won the last match.
Yeah, but I fine-tuned
cam.
it this time because we have 2 judges now.
Yeah, I mean, still pretty
Cool.
good.
And then that gets leveled up.
Yep. It's pretty solid. Except you don't really need fire, but you know.
It's fine.
It's one level 3, that counts for something. 25 points? Yeah, alright. Oh, you're still gonna...
Boom.
I would have thought you'd just like go ham on the water.
Now that one's gonna level up.
I guess you could always sauce it.
Yeah, that's kind of the hope.
See, but like, that's kind of the cool thing with the sauces is that they, whoa.
Why
you
did I
just
teleport
kicked that
over
other
to
one.
the... I teleported over to the chest.
You also kicked one of the sauces into oblivion.
I want to kick it into oblivion, though. Okay, we're going to take
It
this
might have been a
off
red
now.
sauce.
Boom.
I'm colorblind
So both
now,
of those
so.
dishes are now going to be worth an additional 75. We can go ahead and...
There you go.
She wants all blue, so we can have that go forever. Sweet.
I know we've probably talked about this, but I like that component of sauce in this game is that like without that, yeah, I think that's red. The sauces just kind of let you sort of cheat, but it lets you kind of evaluate how you're constructing dishes in a safer way. So it's like, yeah, I can build out a bunch of fire and then throw a sauce on it to make it earth. And I don't know, it requires an understanding of how sauces work, which generally is more complicated. But I think that allows for, I don't know, more interesting, challenging strategies.
And I don't see why that would be a bad thing. I mean,
No, that's sort of my point. Is I think that it's good. It's not necessary, but it definitely helps advanced players, like, I don't know, just be smarter about their choices.
Mm-hmm.
Not that you have advanced in this case is like crazy or anything, but
Those guys are giving me blue. Those things are giving me... I need to get some wind fruit, maybe? Oh, shit.
how crazy do you think the like the daily challenges or the leaderboards for this get? Do you think that you get some players that are like, they understand the game so well that they could like recite it word for word of every like spot and every creature and everything, that every component of every like ingredient?
Probably. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that... Why? Oh, they're all over here.
I wonder if people speedrun this game.
Ooh.
I feel like it wouldn't make sense to speedrun though, you know? Because most of the matches are time-based, but you can still end a match early just by serving
here.
the dish, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look this up.
Here, okay. If I do... I have a blue sauce, so I just need to make... Damn it.
I bet you've been dreaming of this tournament your whole life, huh?
Here.
Shut spoon.
Nobody cares what you have to say, spoon.
That's what I'm saying. Shit.
Alright, and then if I can just get another to this. Nope. Nope. This. This. Damn it.
Well, Battle Chef is on speedrun.com. Shit. What do we got? Wow, there's only 4 scores logged on normal mode. 1 score logged on hard. The first place right now on speedrun.com is 1 hour 53 minutes.
An hour and what?
1 hour and 53 minutes. The rules, the criteria for that bracket is complete the game as quickly as possible. Time starts on selecting difficulty of a new save file. Time ends in the continue of the victory screen. Huh. I'd like to see some speedrunners on this. I feel like this one actually might be a pretty decent one to speedrun because it requires a lot of like thorough understanding of how to create good meals in as short of a time as possible.
It's not like a cheating speed run where it's like, let's just figure out how we can glitch the game enough to... Oop, nope.
And don't get me wrong, I love watching speedrunners glitch games because it's a whole witchcraft in itself.
Yeah, that is fair.
Like, as soon as I started watching speedrunners, and I was still working as a QA at that time, I was like, damn, I've never been more proud to be a QA, because the way these people find ways to break games is like not crazy different from how I break games, you know? They just like put it to a bigger purpose. I was like, man, that's cool. I genuinely was interested in trying to work as like a speedrunning bounty hunter for a while, because that's a thing.
Is it?
Yeah, speedrunners will put up bounties to for people to find quicker ways to do things, and oftentimes it would be more like, how can I break this game so that you can do this thing faster or skip a level, you know? I was like, wow, I could actually try to do that, but there's not really a world in which you would make enough money to make it real professional.
Yeah, that seems kind of unlikely.
Because like you don't make money as speedrunners usually, so it's like there's no viable means for that. But even still, speedrunners are cool, man, and I genuinely appreciate speedrunners that beat the games super quick without breaking it, because that's also just crazy difficult. That requires such a sheer amount of precision and like a thorough understanding of the game and not necessarily its glitches.
Good. Perfect. Just what I wanted. All right,
30 seconds.
Right. Oh, shit. Why does this always happen?
I mean, your dishes are not in a bad state, at least. 20 seconds.
I just need to put some armor rock on this. All I need to do.
There you go.
It's poisoned.
13 seconds. You don't even grab that, throw that in, serve that shit. You have 6 seconds. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh! Jeez, you know how to stress out everyone.
Gotta make the show interesting, entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I totally didn't hit his criteria for earth and water, though.
Oh, because it wasn't balanced?
That wasn't balanced. It's mostly water.
You know.
Earth is hard to find on this map. This is much more of a
you win some, you lose some. That looks amazing.
Right?
I've always wanted to try a lava cake. It just looks so crazy. It's the ones that you cut open and the insides like spill out, you know?
That's the whole part of the presentation.
Yeah. Although that always kind of bothered me, because then it's like, now all my cake is outside of the cake.
Yeah, but have you ever had blue wontons before?
I would love blue wontons. Yeah.
And then
soak up that waters.
And then kapow.
What was her score on the first dish?
I don't remember.
It was
lower than that, I think.
Probably.
Oh, that's the best.
Oh, look at how sweet those look. Cute. How'd she even have time to bake that jazz?
Baking takes longer, I feel, than a lot of other cooking techniques.
That's why it's like the Great British Baking Show and not the Great British Cooking and Baking Show. Choose whatever you want.
That said.
Oh,
did I not get the... Oh, it didn't give me the bonus for the speed boost.
Oh?
That's okay.
Oh, well, yeah, we still win. I'm afraid no ghosts.
I'm afraid no ghosts. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Take that spoon. Do-do-do-do.
Yeah! Yeah, I mean, not bad, all things considered. You had a higher net score than your last dish, single dish, which I guess makes sense.
Thank you, Lieutenant Spoon.
Lieutenant Spoon.
Yeah, the first one is Lieutenant Fork.
Oh.
Or knife, yeah. Yeah, I beat you.
We have a minute.
Yeah, we could talk about the loadout. So that was we didn't hit the criteria for getting probably the red one in time. Yeah, I think that made sense because I turned them all into green. So we didn't hit it fast enough for one. So it would be better to.
So wait, did using the sauce cancel that?
No, it probably just didn't happen within the allotted amount of time. It's really just what it kind of comes down to. So the best method would be to
ambrosia it.
Ambrosia, and then I feel like Earth is probably safer for the next one. I have no idea who's up, but
I'm surprised there's no you know how like you get those items that are like you get 2 of the green ingredients. I'm surprised there's no like combo of like you get 1 of each.
That would be interesting.
It'd be interesting because in most context it wouldn't be very valuable, but pair that with things like the ambrosia or even, potentially some other stuff that could be pretty useful.
Yeah.
It's that and like the ability to separate components out of a dish. So say you like have one oven full of just a lot of amazing stuff. I wonder why there's no system to like say like I want to take these 2 rows and move them into the pan and these other 2 rows and move them onto the cutting board. You know? I mean like
that would be really nice, but then there would be a little bit of a muddling of like, all right, so you put each dish needs to have dragon in it, right? And then if you cut that dish in half, do they both have dragon in them now?
Yeah, no, I think that's probably the core reason why they didn't go down that route.
Most likely.
It might have even just made things a little too easy, to be honest. I'm thinking in terms of like logic cooking show. If I had to create 2 different dishes, but some of them could share components from like one thing that was more complicated to do, like, you know, putting something in an oven. Why not make use of that same like really good thing and just, you know, separate it out into 2 separate dishes? But I've also never been on a cooking
part of the
show.
Question of the day, or the one thing I want to point out is like we're going back to my previous loadout that I was using when I wrecked the game in my solo playthrough, and I'm wondering now if it's just because I'm really comfortable with it, or if it really is like the optimal strategy.
I think it's a little bit of both, honestly. I think that watching some of the other strategies, I think they could easily be just as OP. It's more of a matter of this is how your brain works and what you have been accustomed to in your 2 playthroughs through this game. And so I think when changing it, you weren't as efficient about it, even though you could have been.
But we did try other builds. Like, let's see, we have the poison build. All I did was like I didn't do the poison book, but I feel like we had such a hard time making the poison and the bone work.
Yeah.
That it just seemed like the book was not a good choice.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you're like, we're gonna see more strategies next chapter as well. That you'll be like, oh man, this is so much different and it feels different. But
so maybe that'll be a more appropriate time to circle back to that question, because we've sort of asked this in the past. So I guess maybe it'll be more of a design brain teaser of how do you think it would change the general meta of the game if you could separate ingredients into multiple like cutting boards and pans and stuff.
2 different dishes.
Yeah. How could you separate? How would it affect the meta if you could separate them into 2 separate dishes?
That's a good question. That's a good question. This is a good question. You should answer that question on the next episode of GDPG.
Bye.
Yeah.